Hello, this is a video of me explaining the new Latework submission and grading procedures. The Greater Egg Harbor Regional District is adjusting our procedures for dealing with Latework submission, the grading of that work, and the timeliness associated with assignment issuance and collection. These adjustments are being made in an attempt to create more consistency, increase student completion of all assignments and tasks, and provide incentives for students to participate in our existing no-cost tutoring and remediation periods that are available every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. It is our hope that our dedicated staff, students, and families will utilize these opportunities to increase student involvement and improve student achievement. In these challenging times, we believe all efforts must be made to assist students who are seeking assistance. See how they go together there? Assistance. Procedures effective December 3rd. Let's go over them. It's standard at first. Keep in mind this one. Teachers may not set deadlines more restrictive than the following. Okay, I was never more restrictive than this. Now I'm going to get this restrictive. Because even though I didn't like the original late policy and I flexed it, this one I'm going to try to follow by the letter. And if we decide that we need to change it, either as a district, department, school, or me personally, we'll figure that out for trimester 3. But for trimester 2, we're going to follow this one to the letter. 1 day late is 10% off. That's a 90. 2 days late is 20% off. That's a 80. 3 days late is 30% off. That's a 70. 4 days or more late equals a 0. May be assigned until the student submits the work for an amnesty day. If the work is never submitted, the 0 will stay in the grade book. What does that mean? What is an amnesty day? That's a new word. So we'll get to that. Work submitted for an amnesty day can receive a grade of up to 60. Okay, so 4 days, 60. But it can be 4 days or more, can get up to a 60. This one is the one that's a little bit, I think, open for teachers to decide how much. Participation in AM tutoring or remediation periods may result in points added to any work within the assignments category, so not tests and quizzes, at the teacher's discretion. So I'll have to figure out what my discretion is. Students should be made aware by the teacher prior to tutoring and remediation. I want to be good about this because I don't want to just say, yeah, there's extra credit if you do sign up for tutoring in the morning, but then there's nothing to be tutored. You're just point chasing. So we'll see how much I'll figure that out. I'll get back to you on this part. Teachers shall provide students no less than 3 amnesty days per trimester. So there's the first one, there's the second one, there's the third one. Amnesty days shall be shared with students, blah, blah, blah. We just shared it with you. Work may be submitted for the period of time immediately preceding that amnesty, e.g. from the start of the trimester to the first amnesty day, and then from the first amnesty day to the second amnesty day. Let's look at some examples. The first amnesty day is December 22nd, and the trimester started on December 3rd. So the trimester started on December 3rd, and the first amnesty day is December 22nd. So let's pick, for example, something is assigned tomorrow by your teacher. No, we'll say today by your teacher. That means the earliest that it can be due is tomorrow during that same class time. Let's say that it's not due until the 10th. then that means if you turn it in by that day or sooner, you get 100, 90. Now, it didn't say whether the weekends count, but let's assume not. 80, 70, 3 days late. Then 4 days later more is a 0 unless you turn it in, and then it can be up to a 60. I don't even like how that's written. So this could be a 0 to a 60, 0 to a 60. Now, of course, keep in mind, points can be taken off. Like that 90 is only if you do everything right. That 80 is only if you do everything right. That's the max that you can get. Okay. But points can come off if there's something wrong. But a lot of times, homework and things like that that are assignments or should be by completion anyway, and not so much by accuracy. But if there's multiple parts and you only completed part of it, okay, so 0 up to a 60 if you turn it in on that amnesty day. But if you turn in something that was assigned and due, right? If you turn in something that was assigned after, or that was assigned today on the 7th, after the 22nd, then it's a 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and all through the next month it would be a 0. So you want to do it by that amnesty day. Let's look at another example. Can I erase all? Hide tools? No. Erase everything. Oh, this is annoying. Makes me want to write less. Never really used the video tools from Screencastify that much, but we'll just get it close enough. Let's pick second amnesty day, January 29th. Okay. What if something is assigned close to the amnesty day? Well, then it would fall to the next amnesty day. And how do we know if it falls to the next amnesty day? Well, let's look backwards at if on the 29th, which is the second amnesty day, it would only be 3 days late and you'd get a 70, right? 80, 90, 100, right? Then that means that amnesty day is not for this assignment. That means that assignment gets a 60 all the way. So the closer that something is assigned to an amnesty day, the less extra time that you have. But if you get real close to an amnesty day, 1, 2, 3, 4 days ahead of it, it flips to the next one anyway. So that's how amnesty days work. They mean that those are the extra days before they make it a 0, and hopefully this explanation is good. Homework and assignment should always have a 24 minimum, so you can't assign something at 6 p.m. and have it due the next day. Assignments shall not be given on weekends and due on Mondays. Homework and assignment should only be due at one of the 3 times during class period, 12 midnight or 10 a.m. So that's it. Most of this was trying to explain amnesty days, and I hope I did a good job at that. So, bye.